Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to ARK's Longevity Week and to this recording. My name is Joshua Herring, and I serve as the president and CEO of the Longevity Science Foundation. I'd like to give a big thank you to Professor Richard Seow and Dr. Michael Sagner for the opportunity to speak with everyone here today. Of course, extremely thankful to ARK and for all that they're doing for the longevity industry. This is truly a great event, and it is an honor to be a part of it and to sponsor the event. I'd like to take a couple of minutes today to talk about the Longevity Science Foundation. It's an organization that some of you may or may not know, but given my recent addition to the team, I thought a brief introduction was in order. Like I mentioned before, my name is Joshua Herring, and my previous career is in ultra high net worth asset management for individuals, corporations, with a specific tilt towards business development. After a while working in that career, I deemed that a change was necessary in order to more closely align myself with the things that motivate me intrinsically. You see, my mother was diagnosed with sarcoma cancer when I was a young boy. And as I was graduating from high school some years later, my father was diagnosed with prostate cancer. These incredibly challenging experiences opened my eyes to how damaging mortality-related disease can be, and truly got me thinking about what longevity is. However, with the help of researchers and doctors, they both beat the cancer and survived. So I come from a very blessed background in being able to say that I still have both of my parents, whom I love very much, still alive and in my life to this day. Not everyone gets to share in that experience, and that is a painful thought, thinking of those around the world whose stories don't sound like mine. Thus, I made the change to the longevity industry, choosing to specifically work with an organization dedicated to funding researchers who are working to make breakthrough discoveries, allowing more stories like mine to be the rule as opposed to the exception. And that is what longevity and the Longevity Science Foundation is all about, adding years to our lives and life to our years, not just for me or for my parents, but for everyone all around the globe. So some of you may be familiar with the Longevity Science Foundation, but we have actually been engaged with ARK and Longevity Week since 2021. Our founder, Gary Zmudzi, and Andrea Meyer, a member of our scientific advisory board, spoke. And last year in 2023, my predecessor participated in the week and actually visited the UK in person. The Longevity Science Foundation is a nonprofit that through grant funding hopes to really invigorate the research environment around longevity medicines, bringing ideas and innovation out of the minds of brilliant scientists and into the world where they belong. We were incorporated in Miami, Florida in early 2022, and were founded by much the same team as Longevicy, which is a venture capital fund working to address the same issues just in the later stages of the investment cycle. They've been extremely successful. Being founded by such impactful thought leaders such as Gary and Sergey, who are on the screen now, have given the LSF an edge in identifying top-class research initiatives and learning from some of the best in the industry. The organization was founded, and its sole purpose is to disrupt the nonprofit space and make a true and lasting impact in the legacy of research. In a world where so much money is being poured into product and profit, our founders widely realized that an equal amount of money need to be poured into actually researching and developing the study, so that more outcomes would be available and accessible to all people. We are truly lucky to have Evelyn Bischoff, who I know many of you know well, chair our scientific advisory board and offer us her unconditional support in identifying the best-in-class research to try to fund. I'll highlight the members of the scientific advisory board now, whom we are extremely grateful for just a moment. They are all integral in our approach. So of course, we have Evelyn Bischoff, who chairs the Scientific Advisory Board. We have Matt Kaberlin, the Professor of Genome Sciences at the University of Washington. Michael Leavitt, a Nobel Prize winner, a Professor of Structural Biology at Stanford University. Andrea Meyer, Professor of Medicine and Healthy Aging at the National University of Singapore. Eric Verdeen, the President and CEO of the Buck Institute of Aging. And of course, Alex Zherenkov, the CEO and founder of In Silico Medicine. So what is our funding focus? We focus on four major areas of longevity medicine and technology development. broken down into these following categories: therapeutics, personalized medicine, predictive diagnostics, and artificial intelligence. We believe that through the funding of these four critical areas, we can truly move the ball forward in funding impactful and fundamental research in the longevity space, continuing to develop the field. So what sets us apart? As I alluded to before, there is a great need currently to fund robust research, as our field remains critically underfunded. There are other organizations out there that also support the same initiative, and it is vital that we all continue to do so. We aim to collaborate with a number of these organizations to highlight the longevity aspects of a number of diseases like Alzheimer's, female fertility, and of course, to support aging research at King's. There are a couple of things that, as a nonprofit, set us apart today. First and foremost, 100% of the next roughly $97,000 donated will go directly to the end user, the researchers, in order to maximize the benefit of our donor contributions, which is far from industry practice. Our ultimate mandate is to put money in the hands of the researchers, and our organization is committed to doing so. The next is really the experience of our team. With over 30 years of nonprofit experience from our board of directors, a team of highly successful venture capitalist investors driving our mission, and a scientific advisory board composed of the brightest minds in the field, which you saw just a moment ago, we bring decades of expertise and insight into the most pressing issues in aging science. This gives us a clear edge over the few others working in this space. By making a contribution, we bring you into our ecosystem of scientists, pioneers, venture capital specialists in longevity, and longevity medicine practitioners at the forefront of the industry. So we call on all of you tuning into this to consider making a donation to our organization. No matter how big or small, it makes a difference. And I believe I can speak for a number of people to say that I bear no grudge parting ways with $100, $1,000, or $5,000 of my treasure, whatever individuals feel comfortable with, to go towards world-changing science. So where is the LSF? And more importantly, where are we going? I'm proud to announce that on October 21st, the Longevity Science Foundation announced a grant award to support research at the University of Oxford's Department of Physiology, Anatomy, and Genetics, led by Professor Pavel. The study explores how diet-related metabolic changes affect healthy heart aging. We are in the process of finalizing proposals from two additional funding calls: generic aging research and anti-aging research, as well as psychedelics and how they can be applied to healthy longevity sciences. We also plan on issuing two new grant calls before the end of the year, one focusing on Alzheimer's and longevity research, with the other focusing on female fertility and longevity in female reproductive systems. The LSF is lucky to have many loyal partnerships, which I'll show now, but I wanted to highlight two, one being a special announcement of sorts. The LSF is proud to be partnered with the newly launching Longevity Journal, which you've already heard about. Of note, we are beyond thrilled to announce that Evelyn Bischoff, the chair of our scientific advisory board, will be joining the editorial board of the Longevity Journal, alongside brilliant publishers and other leaders in the longevity industry. The other is, of course, our longtime partner, Longevicy. Like I mentioned before, they're a highly successful venture capital firm focused on early stage longevity and biotech companies, founded and run by many of the same members of the Longevity Science Foundation's board of directors. So while this may be an introduction to the Longevity Science Foundation for many of you today, I assure you, it will not be the last time you hear from us. My team and I will do everything in our power to push the mission forward, increase our impact through research funding, and be at the forefront of problem solving for some of our world's most challenging and interesting health issues. Thank you everyone who made this possible. I look forward to being in touch with many of you, and please feel free to reach out with any questions. Take care.